Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we are just about to start Game 3 of the $600 Smash the Culling tournament. Are you guys ready? If you guys are ready, show me some fucking hype in chat. Let's get this game started. Here we go, guys. If you guys are in the match, good luck to everybody. The top two do go on to the final match at 5:30 today, Eastern Time. We'll see how well you guys do. Remember, if you do see me in game, do not kill me, as I am the spectator, and we don't want to give anyone an unfair advantage. The match starts now. Alzian, glad you can make it in at the very last second. Let's get going. We do have our largest game for the evening. We'll see how well this one goes on. Let's get going. The match starts in just a bit. If you guys are in chat and you want to bet your Smash Bucks, feel free to go ahead and do so. The odds are open. We are going to get started right now. And it does look like we did get someone else in there as well. So we do have 2 extra entries as well. If those 2 people do win for the betting purposes, we will refund the bets for everybody. The match, though, is about to begin. It starts in 3, 2, 1. Let's do it. All right, time for me to get myself killed so we can commentate on this glorious match. It looks like the airport is right over here, so I'm gonna go see if I can find a gas canister here and get myself killed before anyone decides to try to murder me. Unfair. Oh, there we go. Right there. So this works great. We'll be able to spectate right from the beginning. Remember, guys, don't murder me. All right, let's turn up some volume here. Sorry to whoever's day I am ruining in the airport. I apologize. You're gonna get a little bit crappier start. Just consider this RNG. Welcome on in, anybody who's just tuning in. You are tuning into Game 3 of 7 of matches today to determine who is going on to the final match later this evening at 5:30 Eastern. Looks like we're going to get our spectate mode going really fast here. So, we'll see what's going on out there in the land of the Culling Island. It's like Cian Lee looking for something decent, just starting off with Stone Knife. Wow, looks like DabMaster.tv started off with a tier 2 Javelin. Pretty great start, although unless he runs into somebody with armor, it's not really going to get that extra benefit that any of the other weapons will do. But will seem to get him that advantage that the later rounds will get him. Dawadowski, I'm gonna struggle over that name the entire time. Dawadowski, checking out the hallway here, seeing what he can find. Looks like he gets a couple shots. Nothing much there. Zadeptic hanging out in the middle. Looking for something good. Starting off with a backpack, though. Backpack and a tonfa. Not much to go on yet, but that backpack can be useful later on, although those perks. We do have an early battle going on between Killer B and who is this? Cannot tell who is this. Another person coming in. Can Killer B make it out? He does have very low health. Both of them seem to have very low health. It does look like Timland is trying to get out as well. Very, very low in health, but he does have Dig Deep, though. Looks like he is going to go after Killer B, though. Killer B and Timland battling it out. Looks like Timland is going to try to secure this kill, even with low health. Not sure if they want to do that. Oh, and Killer B comes in with a stab. Timland very low in health. Looks like Dig Deep is going to get triggered. Timland and Killer B battling up very low. Oh, my God. I don't... Timland is out of the tournament. Our very first kill of this match. Cian Lee trying to pick up the kill on Killer B as well. And Killer B is out of the match as well. Killer B and Timland taken out early, both by Cian Lee with those epic backstabs. The vulturism is real. It is real. Cian Lee, let's see how well he does. Does still have, looks like he's going to have a huge amount of funk. Maybe able to get his airdrop really soon. Very great start to his battling here. Dabster Master already starting with a man tracker, trying to make sure he's safe. Looks like he's going to run out to this cliff ledge and pick up that funk barrel on the end of there. Dadowski still with the crafted spear, and looks like he's picking up a satchel as well. Zadeptic still rolling around. Looks like he did manage to find some full body armor. Really, really powerful to have that in the very early games when you get into those early fights. If I was Zadeptic right now, I would actually be looking for a fight. He has the backpack inventory space advantage and the armor. So if he can pull off a decent fight here in the beginning, he could really, really get some good funk advantage. Doesn't sound like he has somebody else on his left. Gibster! Looks like we have another fight over here. Gibster very low on health. health. Very, 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 very low on health. Does manage to get off 2 blocks and 2 charge attacks. Maybe able to pull this off, but does end up dying to Captain Tissues. Although an arrow comes in and just barely misses Captain Tissues' head. That headshot was so close. And another does manage to take an arrow to the butt, running away. The butt shots are real. It looks like, who is this fighting though? Looks like Enfilade. Sorry. Enfilade is trying to manage to get some hits off on Captain Tissues. Captain Tissues getting very low, does still have dig deep. Bleed damage doing its work though. Manages to get a large hit off on Enfilade. Those arrows are doing so much damage on Captain Tissues. Captain Tissues trying to find a way to get away from this battle without taking too many arrows to the butt. Captain Tissues' bleed damage finally wearing off. Looks like may take another arrow in the butt here. Although here comes, Enfilade manages to get a hit off. Captain Tissues down to 1 health. 1 health, does have the dig deep still. Dig deep is triggered. Still has that tier 2 wrench though. Maybe might be able to get out with the stamina management here. Captain Tissues does have pretty decent stamina. Very low health though. Very, very low health. Trying to get back over here. Sorry, switching between. Enfilade, huge amount of health advantage though. Captain Tissues just trying to get away. Just trying to get out. Does pop the explosive runs. This may be a kill. This may be Captain Tissues out of the battle though. Does manage to hit off the crippled wounds on Enfilade to slow him up. Enfilade gonna try to take the high ground. Try to take him out from above. Crafting the arrows. Mid-battle crafting. Pro strats. Captain Tissues still trying to get away. Slowed up. Here comes more arrows. Another person coming in to vulture this kill. Captain Tissues running for her life. We'll see how well that works out. Mr. Russian over here trying to pick out a battle in the middle. I'm not sure how well this is going to work out against Captain Tissues. So low. Captain Tissues out of the battle. Picked off by Dawadowski. Dawadowski picking up a kill for themselves off of Enfilade's massive arrow vulturing there. So looks like Mr. Russian over here, I don't know what his name is, I can't speak Russian. Mr. Russian is, he completely missed him. The jukes are completely real. Looks like, who is this? Oh wait, Zadaptic, very low in health. Mr. Russian and Zadaptic fighting it out. This may be the end of Zadaptic. Zadaptic is out, taken out by the Mad Russian himself. Picking up the backpack and the Tonfa. Zadaptic, well fought, sir. Sorry to see you go. You're taken out by the Mad Russian himself. Boss Dragon still rolling around with a crafted hatchet, but does manage to have a recurve bow. Looks like we are getting a crafted explosive from Enfilade here. Doesn't want anyone to get away from him. It does look like he's going for that long range game, that range battle here with the arrows and the explosives. Mr. Russian trying to get healed up after that battle though, manages to secure himself a very good lead here with the backpack and the funk lead here. Boston Tom looks like he's still just hiding out, scrapping some stuff. Looks like he did manage to pick up a recurve bow in the meantime though, so does manage to have bows in this recent patch are very strong. So anybody with a composite recurve bow will seem to have a major advantage over everyone else. Slinky, it looks like we do have a fight between 2 of our favorites here. Slinky and Dabbermaster. Dabbermaster managed to get in a block off. Looks like this is a brass knuckles fight, an all-out brawl. This is a ballroom brawl right here. This is going down between Dabstermaster and Slinky. Slinky getting a little low on health here. It looks like doesn't look like Slinky does actually have any brass knuckles here. Slinky is missing the brass knuckles, just going with the fist, but managing to pull off some big hits. The big hits are coming in against Slinky though. Slinky still managed to stay alive. Dabstermaster only down to about half health. I don't think Slinky realizes that he has a melee weapon right behind him. That machete is sitting on the ground right behind him. If he could manage to pick it up, he could really turn this fight around. But Slinky getting really low on health, very, very low on health. The center kill switch just got activated and Slinky out of the battle. Dabstermaster manages to pick up the kill and the backpack. And the backpack. My mods are sending me messages talking about something else. Cian Lee taking some huge damage from these arrows. Who is shooting these arrows though? Who is this? Boston Tom hanging out in the middle. Dabstermaster still trying to pick up some health. And, we have a huge stun. Huge amount of damage taken on Boss Dragon, down to about 60 from just 2 hits. Early in the game. The stun gun is doing massive work against Boss Dragon. He should be out of the stun gun now though. and I apologize between switching between these, but it looks like Cian Lee and Boss Dragon are having a huge battle here. Napster Master still trying to get healed up. Boss Dragon trying to get running away. Gets a heal off, gets the med kit! Cian Lee may be in trouble here if he can't continue to dominate this battle. Boss Dragon gets a huge hit off on Cian Lee. Cian Lee still about half health, getting a little bit lower though, but not really taking a huge amount of damage from Boss Dragon. Cian Lee still taking more damage. That huge health advantage is putting Cian Lee in a precarious position. He's lost the big dig deep. Cian Lee really starting to worry now. Boss Dragon, he hit a huge hit. Cian Lee down to one last hit. Cian Lee is out of the tournament. Boss Dragon managing to turn that fight around with the huge med kit there. Humongous med kit there from Boss Dragon, managing to pick up both the recurve bow and the backpack here. Boss Dragon does seem to pick up a huge advantage by managing to get off that med kit. Didowski does manage to pick up a composite bow. Not sure if he got it in an airdrop or just picked it up from a crate, but a composite bow will be a huge factor in the late game. As well as the tier 2 pipe. We'll need to be looking for tier 3 and tier 4 weapons from this point on. Looks like we are down to about 15 minutes left, so still a good bit of time before the gas rolls in. So anybody who's looking to get an airdrop, now's the time. Now is the time. Enfilade does manage to pick up a tier 3 weapon himself. He does manage to grab the Kukuri here. Massive speed advantage and bleed damage from the Kukuri. Mr. Russian, which is what we're going to call him here. Mr. Russian still rolling around with this tier 1 spear, but it does look like he managed to pick up a tier 3 bat on his back. One of the fastest weapons in the game. Very humongous advantage on keeping your opponent from getting away. So we're going to see what he does with that. Looks like Boss and Tom is still hanging out in this house over here. I'm not sure if he's going to leave this house or just hang out here till the very end. He may just try to vulture himself into the very end. Didowski heading towards the airport, maybe see somebody. Checking it out, just making sure they're safe to come in here. Doesn't see anything, so feels like it's safe. Ventures over into the airport. Boss Dragon looks like he's trying to get something crafted here. Messes up and decides, hey, let's recraft this. Looks like he starts off with a bandage. Is he gonna go for the satchel? He is. He may be trying to craft armor here. I believe he's probably trying to get to armor, keep himself that advantage of that health advantage. Enfilade does have himself some armor as well, some crafted armor, that recurve bow, and the Kukuri. Mr. Russian manages to grab another backpack, probably out of one of these lockers here. So he is very well equipped right now. Armor, tier 3 bats, tier 3 bat and backpack, very well equipped so far. No ranged weapon though that we can see of. Let's see what he gets out of this blue chest. Looks like he grabs a ranged weapon though. He gets the tier 3 bow, he gets the composite bow. So Mr. Russian very well equipped after that fight in the middle. He's very much, I would say he's very much favored right now to win with his current equipment. Didowski looks like she grabs a tier 3 axe, so also well equipped to get in there at that end and really set herself up for a good win, especially with dig deep as well. Armor, no backpack satchel, but composite bow and tier 3 axe. Boss Dragon still rolling around with that crafted hatchet though. We're gonna see if he can manage to grab a decent melee weapon and get himself an advantage. No one has a gun yet. No major advantages gun-wise or firepower, but we are down to the top 5 of Game 3. Remember, kids, that the top 2 of this match do go on to the final at 5:30 this afternoon. If you guys are just tuning in now, this is Game 3 of 7 of the $600 Culling tournament. The winner of these games, the top 2 of these games do go into the final match at 5:30. At 5:30, the top 5 of that match will get paid, with first place taking over $300. Just to let you guys know who are tuning in now, Boss Dragon does have somebody. Looks like he's firing an arrow. We do have a battle going down between Boss Dragon and Didowski. This may be one of our contestants out. We may be down to the top 4 after this battle. They do want to seem to duke it out over here without anyone else interfering. So Didowski taking some huge damage here, down to about 60% health. Boss Dragon coming in, still with the health advantage. Oh, takes a massive shot to the chest here. And the block, and the huge hit from Boss Dragon. Boss Dragon can get a huge charge attack up next on this next hit. It should be a massive amount of damage with that tier 3 axe. There it is! And she misses! Boss Dragon getting pretty low on health here, though. Boss Dragon looking for, gets an arrow into the leg. Looks like Didowski still about half health, but taking some bleed damage from those arrows. takes a pretty decent hit from the axe. Boss Dragon trying to get the block off. Oh, massive hit from Dodowski. It looks like Dig Deep was triggered on Boss Dragon. Boss Dragon very low, down to one last hit. Boss Dragon may be out unless he can pull off a miracle here. Is taking some huge hits, Dodowski is, but Dodowski pulls off the kill. Manages to grab herself a backpack and some decent funk. Boss Dragon did have a very good kill, so does look like Dodowski is getting well equipped for the end game, but I don't know if she's going to be able to summon in her airdrop. The gas is now closing in. She's on the edge. She's going to have to heal up quickly and start heading towards the middle. Enfilade still looking like he doesn't have any sort of satchel or backpack. Not sure if it's not sure if that's going to hinder him in the late game or not, but he still has that tier 3 in the recurve though. Mr. Russian still looking very, very strong for the end game. Not sure why he's wanting to roll around with his tier 1 spear. Hasn't replaced it yet. Maybe there's nothing left to loot here. Looks like Boston Tom did manage to find himself some decent loot and grabs himself a tier 4 sword. That may be super strong in the late game, considering many of the players do have armor and no one seems to have a spear. So that bleed damage from the tier 4 blade may actually end up being his success if he manages to pull off some big hits with it. Boston Tom heading towards the middle. Looks like he may try to secure the middle. Maybe he decides to trap the middle. Not sure. It looks like he grabbed that tier 4 spear out of one of the what is that? 3 crate Monty. So Dodowski still trying to get healed up, riding the fog wave in. Enfilade hanging out at the airport. Doesn't seem to be in any immediate danger. Although, looks like we do have a battle between Mr. Russian and Dodowski. Can Dodowski pull this off and kill Mr. Russian? Mr. Russian, eager for battle, coming in with that tier 3 bat. Dodowski still trying to make use of the composite bow. About to take a shot. Another shot hits Dodowski. Down to about 60 health. Mr. Russian still looking very strong. Those explosive runs and the Muscle Man milk may actually get him and the huge backstab! The huge backstab against Dodowski. Big Dig Deep triggered. Dodowski very, very low. Headshot though. Gets a headshot off on Mr. Russian. Dodowski on very, very low health. Near nothing. If she takes one more arrow, she's dead. She pauses to take a shot and gets killed. Oh, Dodowski out of the tournament. More arrows coming into Mr. Russian. Mr. Russian may get vultured here by Enfilade. If Enfilade can pick up this kill, it's going to be a huge amount of funk and may actually get him the final win. But we're down to the last 3. If Enfilade can get this kill, he goes on to the final. He wants this badly. He's going for it. He may shoot the barrel. Oh, and he just misses the barrel. Mr. Russian trying his best to get out, heading towards the fog wall, trying to ride this fog wall out. It does look like Enfilade may have this advantage, though. He's absolutely going to have to come in towards the center. If he doesn't give up here, if he manages to get this kill, he goes on to the final. Boston Tom looking for anybody. Knows that there's 3 left. If he can get one of these kills, he goes on to the final. This may be an early game. Looks like Enfilade does still have eyes on Mr. Russian. Mr. Russian very, very scared right now. Trying to get bandaged up in air. Manages to get one off, so he's up to about 60% health. Trying to craft as much as he can. Enfilade out of arrows, though. This may be Enfilade's downfall. If he can't actually take out one of the other contestants, he's going to end up in a fight between all 3 at the end. Mr. Russian fully healed up now, running out of his buffs though, out of buffs, still has the composite bow and a tier 3 bat, but he may be out of arrows in it. This may be what he's trying to do here. Take some damage from the fog wall, but manages to dodge 2 arrows from Enfilade. Oh, this is Boston Tom. Boston Tom and Boston Tom, is that another arrow from Enfilade back there? No. Boston Tom in a battle with Mr. Russian. Enfilade gonna let them battle this out. If whoever loses here, Enfilade does manage to go on to the final 2, wants to stay out of this fight. Boston Tom after Mr. Russian here. Mr. Russian down to about half. Boston Tom still sticking out. Both of them about down to about half. That tier 4 blade is doing work. Oh my god, they're down. It looks like Enfilade wants to come into this fight, wants to pick him off with the arrows. Here's them fighting. Mr. Russian very, very low. Down to the last hit. Mr. Russian is out. Mr. Russian is out. Boston Tom is Boston Tom and Inflade down to our final 2. I'm sure these both are very happy, but does look like Inflade may be able to pick up this final win just to give himself that extra satisfaction. Boston Tom, Inflade, congratulations! You guys are going on to our final match at 5:30 tonight. Make sure you're there for that match between these two. They will be there along with 14 others. Well, not 14, sorry, 12 others. We'll see you guys in just a bit for Game 4